And like obviously, there's a lot of people out there that want to obviously follow in your footsteps and stuff. So what would your advice to those?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yes.
Choose peace.
Go listen to your mother and go and be a lawyer, bro. Fuck. I mean, if you've got the passion for it, dive. If you've got the passion for it, dive head first. Like, you can't fuck around. You can't pussyfoot in this industry.
You have to give it your all,
And also maintain relationships. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, I've had a couple of conversations with the new up and coming sort of promoters, and like, I want them to come up with it. 'Cause if they believe
Guys, welcome back to the Modern Man podcast. This is episode 7. And as usual, we have a very cool guest today. Dan, I think you're going to enjoy this intro that I wrote you, bro. They say this man organized the Last Supper. They say he could actually organize a piss up in a brewery. He's part of the team that runs your favorite festival in H-Show, the sexiest Sunday razzle at Katie's Palace, and some of the most incredibly unique events in the country. A businessman, husband, and father of 2 fur babies, the legend that is Dan Figueiredo. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, Dan.
Welcome, dude.
A round of applause for that. I don't think I've ever given so. I don't even think my wife's given me that much love on our wedding night.
You should have written a vows for it.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not going to lie. Every time I've started an intro, if you guys realize that I always bring something about religion into the first line.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know why, but it's always just funnier. It's always just funnier. But anyway.
That was good though. The Last Supper one was.
Yeah, it was good.
That's
I like
suspicious.
that one. Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks
shit.
for having me, guys. Yeah. It's taken a while though.
Oh, dude. On and off. Rain.
Yeah.
But glad to finally have you on, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
What's the word? It's an honor.
Wow.
I forgot how to go. I'm nervous, guys. Relax. Leave me. Okay, so Dan, I want to talk about the biggest thing that you just did, bro. Let's talk H2O. How does that feel?
But,
Sold out show. We were there. It was fucking incredible, bro.
It was tough, bro.
It was unbelievable.
Saw the videos and the photos. Didn't get to go. It's a
You didn't
shame.
come?
Nah, I was working.
Oh
yeah.
man.
I was working, but it looked like an absolute jewel. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I definitely think it was the wildest one we've done.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was. I think it was a whole lot of layers, right? So, COVID. I mean, obviously everybody knows COVID's a fucking bad, drab story that everybody knows about. Events industry got proper hammered. And that was the first show back and the first real, I think it was the first real big electronic dance music festival to happen in South Africa post-COVID, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, when we started discussing it, there was a lot of hesitation, right?
Yeah.
Like, are people ready to go out? Are people ready
Yeah.
to be in massive crowds? How are people going to take to H2O coming back and as quick as it did come back? Like, what lineup are we going to go with? Are we going to go with internationals? Are we going to keep it local? So there was a lot of hesitation between all of us. And then we just said, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
And, you know, true to our nature, we stuck by a lot of the artists that stuck by us throughout COVID, right? And we did
Because
an
it was a full
all-Africa
local
lineup.
lineup, eh?
Yeah, all-Africa lineup. And even then, we were still very hesitant about putting out an all-African lineup, right?
Okay.
Because H2O historically has been
The
about the internationals,
Yeah,
you
the
know what I
big
mean? Like,
names, the big
I mean,
names.
H2O started out and really did well, and then it's like fucking kicked off with the heavy hitter international Swedish House Mafia, Vici, you know, Nicky Romero, all of those
Swedish
sort of
House
guys.
Mafia.
Hey.
Grade 9, I went to the under 18 one. That thing was crazy, bro. Fuck, what a party.
Yeah, so we were confident in the show that we were putting on. We didn't expect the love that we got from everybody, right? And as soon as we put the event out and the tickets on sale, it fucking exploded. So we obviously knew we were in for a wild ride.
You guys sold out very quickly.
I think we were very close to sold out. We didn't sell out.
Okay.
We were very close to sold out. I think we were like maybe about a 500 or 800 shy of sold out.
What was the total number there, bro?
Oh, Just over 10,000.
That is incredible.
Felt like more actually.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
it was a bit overwhelming walking
Yeah, it
through
was.
those crowds. It was
Yeah.
the most. I've been to a good couple of H shows.
was a
and that was
vibe,
the
eh?
most packed H show I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
You know what it was, buddy? Is the energy, and I said it to all my partners afterwards, post show. The energy on every single floor was fucking outrageous.
That was stupid.
Because every DJ brought it. Every
Yeah.
floor,
Everything was quality.
every floor we paid a lot of attention
Yeah, it
to
had
like
like
the
its
detail
own-
of the
yeah.
floor. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like we dressed it up accordingly. And I think like people had built up so much pent jaw freak out.
Yeah.
That when they rocked
Festival.
up,
They were
Yeah,
deprived,
yeah.
bro,
2 years
yeah.
of no festivals.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
exactly it.
They were deprived of the
Yeah,
jaw.
Yeah.
You're deprived of H2O.
And you hear H2O, bro, and it's like, are you joking? Like, fuck, are we going?
You don't want to miss, bro. Every time you hear
Yeah,
H2O, let's be
yeah,
honest, you're just
yeah.
like, I wasn't going to go, remember? And then he like twisted my rubber arm very quickly, and I was like, okay, we're going.
Every old person always says, "This is my last H2O." I swear.
Yeah,
Retiring the
always.
pluckies afterwards. And they,
Always.
The next
always.
one comes.
Next
and
time
we're
you'll
all-
see them there again.
Yeah, always.
Front and center.
Yeah.
And then you'll see those same guys at the after party at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like, this is my last time. I'm so glad I came.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like
And
the
they're
only
telling
sober
everybody
guy.
about it, eh?
Yeah, I'm the only sober guy running around, putting out fires, and I got to deal with 2 o'clock Andrew
Hey?
that's chewing my ear off.
So you
It's
don't-
cool. It's a vibe, man.
You don't drink at all at these events.
No chance, bro.
Your whole team.
Absolutely
as well,
no chance. No.
How big is your
tolerance,
team
eh?
for something like that, bro? Because that must take a fucking massive
Um,
Sure.
10K.
this one probably about 400 people. 400.
Oh, that's including bartenders and
Yeah, including bartenders, security,
Yeah, bro.
management. Probably like 400, 450 around there
and what's
to
it
put on a
like,
show like that.
managing a team like that, bro? Because that's
It's a
a
fucking
stupid amount
nightmare.
of-
How do you coordinate
That's a
all of
fuck-
that,
I was
bro?
about to say that must fucking suck, bro.
It's a nightmare, and it comes down to people management, and having like a lot of systems in place and everybody's own roles, right? So like there's 5 partners involved, and each partner has got their specialized
Okay,
role.
okay.
So it's not like I'll never get involved with the bar because that's not my
Oh,
department.
so it's like head of departments kind of
100%,
thing, bro.
bro.
Yeah.
100%.
What are you in charge of, bro?
I'm in charge of the cool shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in charge of like sort of DJ curation. So I do pretty much majority of the lineups. I mean, obviously all the partners have a discussion and who we want to sort of headline and feature.
Yeah.
But I fill in majority of the floors. I concentrate a lot on sort of the stage.
The aesthetic.
Yeah, the aesthetics of the stages. What else do I do? A lot of the marketing, sort of like managing the agents,
Yeah, because
that
people
sort of stuff.
people know you, bro. Like
Yeah.
you're like the face. If I
Yeah,
can put it
yeah.
between yourself and it's Ricardo.
Yeah, myself, Ricardo, Dave, Itzik, and Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys are like
yeah.
the face of the
Yeah.
event, bro. I mean, like
Yeah.
when you put out a status, who's here for New Year's Eve, bro?
Yeah.
You see about like 300 comments in an hour from every DJ and his cousin.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a cool platform for them, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like we're doing like Mickey Mouse shows. So, like, whenever you booked for an H2O, whether you're opening, closing, middle, headline slots, like, it's an honor for these guys.
It
right?
is, bro.
Yeah.
It's the
And a
biggest
lot of-
festival in. Is it the biggest festival in the country?
It's the biggest locally produced festival in the country.
Okay.
Sure. Biggest
So-
locally electronic dance music
festival.
produced festival, you know,
the country.
in the country.
Yeah, we saw that from For the City. They had nothing but good things to say. They were so
Yeah, they're cool
privileged
kids,
to
bro.
have had their own dance floor there and everything. They didn't.
Cool kids.
Yeah, bro, they
Yeah.
had nothing but
Chance,
praise, eh?
Yeah.
I've
Even
got a lot of time for them.
Bav's also said in the.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
you saw in the.
Hey, you shared it, bro.
Yeah,
I was feeling
yeah,
it. I was like,
yeah.
yeah, Danny shared our real, bro.
Yeah, they're cool kids, and we also enjoy like bringing up the guys with us. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It'll never be a case of like, this is my show, this is my hip hop floor. I decide what's on here.
Yeah.
It goes back to what you said, bro. You show loyalty to those that show
100%,
the
bro.
loyalty to you. Know?
100%.
I agree with you.
And it's cool to see like those kids like come to you with like rad ideas. You know, like we've got the platform, but sometimes like the older you get,
You're out there.
the less you know of like the scene. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And especially like the hip hop scene. I'm not really quite versed with the hip hop scene. Like a majority of my shows are always like Afro, sort of tech house, that sort of vibe, like the smaller shows. So when you put on a show like H2O and you specialize each dance floor, like you need somebody that's on the ground, and for the city of those guys, you know what I mean? They're on the ground, they know who the cool kids are,
Yeah.
they know who absolutely fucking drops
Yeah.
And they got a team, bro.
beats.
They
Sure,
got a
bro.
team, yeah.
Sure. So, and what's cool is like every time they've been involved with us, they bring a fire lineup, they do cool shit. And that's what we're about, bro. Is as long as whoever's with us does cool shit,
Yeah.
we're all for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
So yeah, like this New Year's Eve coming up now, like we're going to introduce a piano floor. I'm a piano floor.
Okay.
wow.
I
that's
actually
gonna be
I saw
dope.
that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a big genre coming up in the
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
That's going to be a
It's gonna be
disgrace
massive,
of a
bro. It's gonna be massive, my dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be wild, bro.
Yeah, like this, like we want to do intro it now for the H Show Africa, but we just didn't have the space because we had
There were so many floors,
So
bro.
many floors,
we
bro.
only realized the day after that we missed like
Yeah, we
5
missed
of
like-
them.
Yeah.
We clapped, my man.
Yeah.
My feet were fucked.
I think we
After
had
that thing, bro.
we had 9 floors.
Yes.
I think it was 9 floors. We just didn't have the space for a piano floor, right?
Yeah.
And I said to my partners, I'm like, well, you know, we're going to introduce piano now in the next sort of evolution of H2O. We need to do a little bit of piano for this Africa. And that's why we had Major League on the main on the main dance floor. You know, like the biggest piano artists in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's put them on main stage. So that was like a small little introduction. But like next year, there's going to be another little bit of an evolution.
Okay.
And talking about Major League, bro, you guys did something cool at Katie's.
Oh fuck,
Dude, I was trying to tell them earlier and I thought, no, fuck it,
Bro.
let me just save it for
Okay,
you to tell
okay.
us, bro. 'Cause I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what happened. All I just saw it was like a party for like 3 fucking days, bro.
I don't know what
Like-
that is. This is the first
World
time I
record?
heard about this.
Oh,
No,
Jesus,
no.
bro. So
You said something about that.
Yeah.
yeah, like one of the promoters down in Cape Town, Sean, he hit me up because I've just taken over Katie's, right? So he hit me up and he said to me, he's like, Dan, I've got this like concept. I don't know if it's going to work or whatever, but the Major League guys want to break a world record. They want to break a world record for the longest DJ performance ever.
Yeah.
So I think the current record was 72 hours. Right? So Major League decided that they wanted to do 75 hours.
Okay.
So first of all, I was like, fuck, bro, you mad? And then like the longer I thought about it, I'm like,
This could be cool,
it's like
yeah.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Again, you know, like the
Is
biggest.
this the Sean that does Corona?
Yeah. So I was like, cool, I'm down. Let's figure this out and make it work. So it actually started on the Thursday night, I'm lying. Started Thursday night at 11 and finished Monday morning at 2. Bro,
Bro, what did you do for that? What the fuck did you do,
bro, if I tell you that barring H Show, that's possibly one of the wildest shows I've ever had to put on. Because, I mean, you've still got a licensed venue, right? So you've got to adhere to rules and regulations. So you still got to stop serving booze at 2 o'clock. You still got to kick people out after that. You can only open up shop at 10 o'clock, all of that sort of stuff. So we had to like stagger tickets. So people would buy tickets for a specific day.
Time period.
Yeah. But, bro, guaranteed fucking 10 o'clock every morning, queue outside the door,
No way.
people in the
Seriously?
bro, I kid you not.
Dude.
It was,
But just
It was-
think about
it was
that
a-
idea, bro. That
yeah.
idea is so sick. If I knew it
Yeah.
beforehand, I definitely would have come
yeah.
through.
And it was cool because they actually featured a lot of up and coming piano artists.
Okay.
So
So it was just them who DJ'd.
just them who
How many
DJ'd, and
oaks
then
were in the
every
DJ?
now and then two guys.
guys.
Yeah.
And they. So when one went to sleep,
The Karen played, bro.
Other one
It was
came there
constant
with the
music
toothbrush in
for
his mouth
75
still.
hours. For 75
And were you
hours.
there
and you?
the whole
No,
time?
I
or
wasn't
did
there the
you
whole time. No
prefer home and
chance.
stuff?
No,
Can you
no, no
imagine being there
chance.
for 75 hours? Bro?
No chance. No. Like we had a night manager, we had a day manager, we had technicians on site at nights during the day, like shifts
Yeah.
throughout, cleaners coming in the morning, cleaners coming in the afternoon.
And you guys broke that world record, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it
Major
like-
League did, yeah.
Was
yeah.
it like in the Guinness Book of Records now?
I think they're busy with the processes.
Okay.
I don't think you just break it. You've got to prove it, and you've got to send footage or whatever.
I think
So
we'll also discuss that. They explain how you need to have representatives or
Specific,
some shit.
yeah.
So would you be mentioning that?
Adjudicators. I mean, I should.
You should
It's my
be,
venue,
yeah.
sure.
Producer, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
sure.
Dude,
So,
and talking about shows,
see.
that incredible shows, bro. I told these guys also earlier, and I don't think they knew was Africa My Playground.
yeah, that's dope.
Oh,
Bro.
You just showed me that on
Yeah.
Instagram now. I can't believe that was you, bro. I saw
Yeah.
that the one day while I was scrolling through
Yeah.
the socials, and I remember checking a live performance, and the landscape in the background was literally just in the mountains, bro. It was in the mountains,
Yeah.
and
Oh, that would have been Black Motion, eh? Yeah.
I think it actually was Black
Yeah,
Motion.
yeah.
Where did you come up with the idea for that? What was that, dude? Because that's brilliant.
Bro, like inside information, majority of the shit that I come up with, I get stoned. And I
Okay,
think about like
fair enough.
cool shit like that. Like I came up with my my Mexican festival stoned. I was watching a cooking show.
Oh, what was that thing called again?
Yeah, Festival de Mexico.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's dope.
So
as
the
fuck,
same
bro.
thing. The same thing with Africa My Playground. There's actually a brand called Circle. Have you
Okay.
heard of Circle?
Can't say I do.
You haven't? So there's a brand called Circle that that does a lot of like stuff in Europe, and they did a lot of these sort of cool showcases within different spaces in Europe.
Also similar locations.
Similar. Like
Okay.
they do pretty cool wild shit, bro. Like on top of bridges, on top of buildings, in like
Okay.
random remote
Yeah.
locations. And I was watching this, and I'm like, fucking hell, bro. Like South Africa or Africa in general. That's why it's called Africa My Playground, right? Africa in general has got some of the most spectacular views
Breathtaking.
in the world.
Yeah,
right?
by far,
Like
bro.
I don't think there's
If not
another
the best,
continent that's got the same sort of offerings we got, from wildlife to beaches to dunes
Yeah,
to
dude,
mountains
no.
to, you know what I mean? So
Waterfalls. Yeah, fuck. Actually, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've
bro.
actually got
we've
so
got
much.
Unreal, bro.
like really cool shit
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on here,
yeah.
and I don't think Africa as a whole gets the love they do that they deserve, especially in the worldwide market, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll see now at the moment, South African artists are blowing up fucking massive
Yeah, dude.
internationally.
And it's nice to see.
Like coffee,
nice to
coffee's
see.
obviously laid the way, so it was coffee. Then it's like Major League, and now Sunol Musician, and you know, like
Yeah,
Temba and all of these sort of guys. Like the world is eating up South African artists. And I thought to myself during COVID, I'm like, how do you fix or promote sort of the tourism aspect of South Africa now?
In the time of COVID.
Right? In the time of COVID, because
Yeah.
tourism's fucked.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How do you give artists a platform so the world sees them? And how do you make people happy about sort of entertainment again? Because everybody was fucking miserable during COVID, right? So I was like, well, fuck it. Put all three of them together, right? And you build a showcase like this where you're showing off cool fucking spaces, you're showing off cool fucking artists, and you're entertaining people without them having to go out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
Because it's live, eh?
it's live,
It's
bro.
live.
So it's like it's all
Such a vibe, dude.
it's
It's so cool.
and like sort of the vision behind it is, as soon as I've built enough equity behind it, it'll become an attended festival.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know how sick that would be
Yeah.
if you had to have them like up on a
Yeah.
perch, bro.
Everyone camping
Yeah.
out.
And everyone down there just
Yeah.
living their best life,
right.
bro.
So we actually
Wow.
I'm actually doing one tomorrow with a lady by the name of DJ Zintle,
Okay.
which is like Africa's biggest female artist at
Yes.
the moment, right?
Okay.
Is that you doing that stack? Where
Blyde River Canyon.
Blyde River Canyon. I actually went there for my grade 5 tour.
You did?
I went there for my grade. When I saw that on the thing,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
this fucking name, bro. And then I checked and
It's
beautiful
it's
place, bro.
Beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Like this will probably be the most beautiful showcase we've done, and we've shot like some really cool locations. You know, we've done Sun City, Macontra Mountains.
Damn.
We did what's that heritage site out in Northwest? Oh my god, I just forgot. I went blank now. Anyways, I'll remember it.
We know something,
So like we've shot like some really cool spaces, but this one specifically, the views are unreal. I don't think I've ever seen a space like this beautiful ever in my life, bro. Ever. So that drops tomorrow, which I mean it's going to be before when this podcast drops. But
Yeah.
what's
we
tomorrow's
dropping
date?
this
The
on Wednesday,
15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be like the 15th, I think, the 15th of
Oh, shit.
November. What's today's date?
Today's the 14th.
Yeah,
So
15th.
tomorrow.
So
Yeah.
you can
Tomorrow, 6
point to
PM,
the
bro.
camera and say, "It was out yesterday."
Came out yesterday.
Yeah, watch it.
watch it
yesterday,
I love it. I love it.
bro.
So,
And
yeah,
how do you get these spaces, bro? Because this isn't something you can just go and fucking set up
Hey,
shop.
can I have that part of the mountain there, please? I want to set up. How did you?
A lot of big borrowing, stealing. I've got very good relationships now at the moment with sort of the SA tourism guys, because they see the vision behind it. So there's actually quite a big play for next year where we're going to do a showcase per province. So
Oh,
like
very nice.
Cape Town, possibly do like either Robben Island or Cape Point.
Dude, please do Robben
Maybe-
Island and turn that place into fucking Ibiza, bro. What a waste
I saw a
of
meme.
a fuck. Yeah, why don't
saw
they
a
do it,
meme,
bro?
yeah.
Like, what a waste of an island now.
Yeah,
Turn it
yeah.
into a party island. That thing would
Yeah.
be wild, bro.
Yeah, I think you got like two opposing views. You got like the Jawlers and then you got the historians, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll
You're
buy
gonna get
out
cancelled,
sometime,
bro. We spoke about you getting cancelled earlier. You're gonna get cancelled. I ain't doing it.
I just wanted to laugh silently and
I
let
ain't
him
doing
dig
it. You can do it with pleasure. I ain't doing it.
You're gonna watch a whole bunch of people check this episode. Historians, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like cancelled.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, so it's like there's a lot of sort of method to our madness.
Yeah.
And then hopefully next year we start it actually being an attended show. So we'll do like, I don't know, 200-300 people, invite only.
Okay.
And whatever like brand or partner or whatever we've got will have first rights sort of to those tickets. And then hopefully do the 9-part series, and then the 10th one like an actual attended big fuck you festival with all the 9 artists that have performed
Wow.
at that festival. Like also like a cool, really out there location.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I'd pay money for that. I'd
Yeah,
go.
bro.
Yeah.
Get off work. Bro.
Yeah, it's
Try
cool.
get off work, bro.
Not with the modern man
it's
gets
something
in for
completely
free, eh?
different, right?
Yeah, dude. You know,
No,
it's,
that
it's
doesn't
a
let
different
you come to
experience
these events,
altogether.
100%.
No, I mean,
100%. Like it's completely different to sort of like the normal festival pull
No one's
pumping.
done
You
it.
go there, like this year you're in a fucking beautiful piece of Africa, looking at the views, listening to really cool music, and being part of a camera. And I'd say 90% certain be on a TV show, because we're talking to a lot of broadcasters at the moment about taking it on, and everybody's dead keen on it. So like slowly but surely all the puzzle pieces are kind of fitting into place until we've got this fucking beautiful project
Dude,
for next year.
that's fucking crazy. The amount of admin and work that must go into that, and people and man hours, and again like ideas of what the fuck's going on, bro. Like out of all the artists that you've had, bro, because you've brought over internationals, locals, which artist's performance have you stood back and thought, this is my favorite, this is the number one for me? Without, like, obviously the rest aren't bad.
It's tough, bro. I'd say like the most unassuming artist I brought, and he fucking ripped it, was an artist by the name of Moonbeam.
Okay.
Yeah, which is like, it's very weird because he's like an unknown guy from Russia. But like he was incredible.
really.
No, like this down tempo tech, like weird but fucking cool music.
Okay. Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
have a
Go
look.
check him out. It's actually a group. I think they broke up now or whatever, but like super cool. In terms of like the big room sort of vibe, a guy by the name of Andrew L. So he was Armin van Buuren's protege.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
In that sort of trancey
Yeah.
trancey vibe. He was fucking unreal. Robin Schulz. Robin Schulz was wild.
That's a bit nice.
Yeah, but Robin Schulz was like, he was wild. Like,
But that was Corona.
no. So I brought him out for a tour we did in 2015, I want to say.
Oh shit. We were in
Yeah, we did like a 3-city tour where it was Durban, Joburg, Cape Town. And I flew with him from city to city for the performances. And he was wild. Like, he was wild as a person and wild as a performer. Yeah, who else? Like in terms of like really bringing it and performance wise, I'd say like Black Coffee.
Sure.
That I can imagine. I've seen like this dude's live performances, and it's a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
I've been to about 2 or 3 of his live performances, and it's just bro, it's wild. Bro.
Like
Different
it's
grading.
like with Black Coffee, it's always like you think you expect what he's gonna do, and he just fucking drops like crazy shit. Like I went to Ibiza now in
I saw you in a partying there. Eh? Did you see
for
Julius?
honeymoon. I did actually. I saw Julius.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went there for my honeymoon with my wife.
Not a bad honeymoon. Huh?
No, not at all, bro. And she actually suggested it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She suggested that we go to Ibiza. So I said, let's go to like Cancun or Maldives or something. She's like, nah, fuck that. Let's go straight to Ibiza.
I love that.
And she
Yeah.
parties with you, bro.
Yeah.
How important is that for you, bro? Because you're
Probably
busy,
the
you've
most-
got a lot. Having a supportive partner.
Yeah. Probably the most important part of our relationship is how supportive she is to me. Like she's always got my back. She's always, not always out with me, but I'd probably say like 60-70% of the time. I mean, she'll be there and then she'll leave. She'll go home earlier if I have to stay later. Very supportive. Also, I can leave her with anybody and she'll talk the hind leg off a donkey there.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to enjoy each other's company. So that's probably one of the coolest things I dig about her.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, she's cool.
Because
She's
you guys, well, how long have you been together now, bro?
married 2 years, together 4.
Oh shit. Okay, so it's still kind of recent, if you can put it in that sense, bro.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah,
That's a blessing to have, bro.
It is a
because you know what,
blessing,
when you get to a point that you are in your life, if you don't have somebody there to give you that little bit of a push, you know, when you don't have it, I mean,
she grounds me
that
as well.
a lot of people have, bro. Yeah, bro.
She grounds me. She puts me in my place. She's cool, bro. She really is cool.
Second guest in a row that's told us,
Hey?
have a wife, bro.
A healthy relationship sounds
maybe
really
we in the wrong
nice.
fucking boat here, bro. Yeah, I think we kind of fuck around. It's time to get a girlfriend, bro. Time to get a girlfriend.
You have to get rid of your boyfriend first, bro.
The one-liners, eh? The fucking one-liners. Yes. Use that line twice now. Fuck. But then you weren't always... Were you always in this business? What? How did you...
Oh, bro.
Bro, tell us, how the fuck did you become one of the best in the country? Like, such an important figure in this.
I started out as a bartender, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like going through varsity, sort of paying my way. I had, 4 or 5 jobs. I was coaching football. I was bartending. I was waiting. What else was I doing? Fuck. I remember I had like 4 or 5 jobs. And bartending is where I made the most money.
Yeah.
Because I was fucking good at it. And for some reason, people liked me. I have no idea why. Probably just because I was serving them drinks. But
they were drunk.
yeah, people liked me. And then like slowly but surely, I started building like a fan base, I'd say.
As a bartender?
As a
Were you,
bartender.
like, throwing fucking bottles and shit?
Bro, I was getting people lit. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Until eventually, like a guy just asked me, said to me, he's like, why don't you just throw a party? Let's see what happens. So the venue that I was working at, I decided to throw a student night. First one was mad successful. Second one was cool. The third one was an absolute flop. And a guy that was doing matric dance after parties, Rudy, he was doing an after party at the venue. He said to me, he's like, fuck, let's try and do a student night, but at Nikki Beach. So I was like, okay, cool. And bro, from the first night that we opened doors, no, I'm lying. That's a complete lie. It took about 3-4 months of like really hard work to get people to come to our student night. And once the foundations were laid, we had 7 years, I think. 7 years of probably the most raucous student night, chaos.
Oh, we know.
We know.
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
Jesus Christ.
I think like
Thursday nights at Nikki Beach.
Yeah.
My liver hurts thinking about it.
Yeah.
Those 2-for-1 specials.
Yeah.
Used to go there, have the absinthe shots, some spins.
Yeah.
200
Bubblegum
bucks
tequila and spin, eh?
Yeah.
Double bubblegum tequila and
honestly.
Yeah,
That was the
Cactus
one.
Jack in the
Yeah,
spin.
yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously like as you go along with sort of the events and the years passed, your client base gets older, right? So we went from student nights to then throwing like these cool little signature like pop-up parties throughout Joburg. And then you start realizing that this is becoming a business and it's no longer just an ego trip.
Okay.
Right? Because like then you're this cool kid at varsity or whatever, you throw in these parties, you got guest lists, the girls
You're
are
living your
there.
best life.
You know,
Fuck,
you're
I
making
never thought
money.
about that, eh? Fuck.
MJ
So
with
it's like-
FMP.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, that's exactly... Now that I hear that, it's
Yeah.
a complete ego trip, bro.
So it is. It's a complete ego trip, bro. And then you start getting like a little bit windgat, where you think you can take on the industry. And you start now delving into sort of the festival space. Now, once you go into the festival space, it opens up a whole fucking can of worms, bro. Because now it's like now you got like legal recourses. You've got security to worry about, jock applications, liquor licenses. It's a fucking story.
It's a lot of admin, bro.
A lot of admin, bro.
Sure.
And our first festival at that stage, I think, was an under-18 Color Fest. And that-
Color Fest.
Color Fest.
Color
You know,
Fest,
the powder.
Yeah, we were there.
The powder. Yeah, you were there? Under 18? No way. You guys came to that?
Your party.
Yeah.
Fucking thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
That thing was wild, bro.
Yeah, then
I love Color Fest,
in Innisfree or whatever, in the park.
Innisfree Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shit. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was you.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
hey, man.
Yeah.
That was a great party, dude.
So that was our first festival, and it did fucking well. So again, like now you've gone from like the club scene or whatever into the signature event space, and now into festival. So you think you're like quite a fucking hero
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're untouchable.
You're top of the world, bro. You haven't
Yeah,
failed
bro.
yet.
And then, like, we did a couple of festivals and they were all relatively successful. And then we got eaten by one, bro. Fucking hell. That's what taught me the business side of this sort of industry. We did a show called Laughing Color,
Okay, I remember that one.
which was like
Yes.
a paint party.
Yes.
Let's fucking explode a paint
Yes.
over everybody. And it was an international brand that we had brought over from the States. Now, there you're playing with a lot more fire because now you're paying royalties, right,
Oh,
to the
shit.
brand.
Yeah.
You're paying royalties in dollars. You've got to bring over their crew. You've got to bring over their DJs. It's quite a fucking story.
It's a bit of a risk.
Yeah, and it was a very uncalculated risk that cost us severely. I think we lost like 1.2 million rand in one night.
That's heavy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
It's very heavy.
So
Just
I mean, a
wait,
blessing.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah. Blessing in disguise.
Now
to
we
be
know
honest,
what
bro.
crypto investors felt like.
Yeah.
1.2 bar in one night.
One night, bro.
You must have hated life the next day, bro.
Yeah. I got a fucking cool after movie. If you want to go see it, it's Laughing Color 2015. It's on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah. I remember Bubs and with Crazy Boy was still playing there, bro.
Yeah,
I was still gonna go, bro,
yeah,
but then
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
end up going. Yeah.
And so I've got 1.2 million rand after movie.
The salt.
He just remembered now, bro. Speaking about it, he's like, fuck that.
Yeah. So and like it was a blessing in disguise. It was a sort of natural progression in all of our lives. Mine and my partners, we all kind of split ways afterwards, all found our own niches, and taught me the proper business side of this industry and how cutthroat it is, and like one bad decision and like 10 years worth of work gets fucked. You know what I mean?
Especially having a brand, bro.
Yeah.
People won't remember the good things.
Yeah.
They'll remember the one bad thing. that you did.
Yeah. It was a pity though, because like it was a cool high energy festival. It was just like wrong time, wrong place. It was fucking miserable weather like we've had this past week for the whole week.
Awful.
So it was like just a perfect storm of shit. But hey,
you
bro, it
couldn't
is
back out
what it
of it,
is.
bro.
Nah, once you're in, bro.
You signed the
That's
paper,
just
bro.
the reality with festivals. Like once you're in. You can't
People have
pull
bought
out.
tickets.
People
It's
have
been
bought
a whole,
tickets, bro.
fuck.
So
man.
unless you're willing to go and cancel and really piss people
Then
off,
you're losing a lot of face, bro.
like that's when you get proper cancelled. Like when Oaks launch festivals, or whatever, and have fucking crazy stupid lineups, and sell a couple of tickets and then cancel the show a couple of weeks before. That does more harm for you than actually just biting the bullet and cutting
bro.
costs and making sure that you can survive it
Isn't
without
that
catching a
what,
hiding.
Dude, I've done it a couple of times, bro. When I used to play, obviously smaller events, bro.
But sure.
Like if the night was going and I wasn't making money, bro, you'd have to phone a DJ or two and say, "Listen, homie,
Yeah,
sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Like just rather don't come through. There's no point in doing this."
yeah.
So obviously, Dan, you've been through all the highs, all the lows.
Yeah.
And like obviously, there's a lot of people out there that want to obviously follow in your footsteps and stuff. So what would your advice to those?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Choose peace.
Go listen to your mother and go and be a lawyer, bro. Fuck. I mean, if you've got the passion for it, dive. If you've got the passion for it, dive head first. Like, you can't fuck around. You can't pussyfoot in this industry.
You have to give it your all,
And also maintain relationships. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, I've had a couple of conversations with a new up and coming sort of promoters, and like I want them to come up with us,
Yeah.
right? Because if they
It's
do
the next
well, we do
generation,
well.
bro.
It's, you know what I mean. It's like everybody
Networking
kind of
is mutually beneficial.
yeah. And a lot of them, I've said to them, I'm like, bro, don't fucking piss where you eat, don't shit where you talk,
You hear that, Sip?
because as big as this industry is, it's fucking small.
Bro.
Yeah.
There's like a handful of like really big players that you want to be friends with. And I'd even exclude myself, like as big as people would say I am. There's still like another tier above me, right? That I'm partners with, or I talk to a lot, or I ask for guidance, or
So you're not afraid to ask for help, bro?
no, never,
Especially-
absolutely never, bro.
I think a lot of people struggle with that, Bruce. Like, obviously being young, like,
That's
yeah.
the
Well,
arrogance of
we're
youth,
still 25, bro.
Yeah.
You don't think you need
still
any
struggle
help.
with that exact fucking problem, bro. You think you know it all. You think you know
Yeah.
what's best, or you know better than the guy that's busy fucking killing it right now.
Tom,
You
you
know
dumb
better
as
than him,
fuck. You don't know a damn thing, bro.
Yeah.
You're
Me?
gonna bump
Me
your head a
personally?
bunch of times, like, you
Oh.
know. Jesus Christ, bro.
I was gonna say fuck you, bro. You're like, you dumb as fuck. Fuck you. Okay. Yeah. No. I
But
agree with
yeah,
that, bro.
it's straight up maintain relationships, bro, because you'll never know when you have to call on somebody for help or guidance or helping you out of a sticky situation, or partners. You know, like I value my partnerships with all of my partners like you cannot believe. Like every single one of them, the only reason we carry on doing business is because you trust each other completely. And like regardless of the situation or what you need, you're a phone call away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and that's a lot of what this business has taught me is things need to happen organically.
Yeah.
Because the minute you start forcing shit is when you start losing the 1.2 million rand. When you start trying to go for things that aren't achievable, or trying to force relationships, or force DJ bookings, or like putting on a show just to float your own ego, like that for us has gone 10 years ago.
Yeah.
None of us
But
put
it
on a
was there,
show. Yeah, 100% it was there. But I'll be the first one to admit it. But none of us now put on a show for ego. We put on a show because we fucking love what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I will sit, like the New Year's Eve lineup that I'm building now, I've sat on for maybe like 3 weeks building it.
Yeah.
Because it's also progression and like where certain artists feature better. And so like it'll take that long for me because I'm passionate about sort of the progression of the show. And then once you've got that, then you start looking at sort of the set design and how the stage will mold according to that. And then you start looking at the acts that get involved, and then like the pyro that gets involved. So it's like, it's this complete sort of puzzle that you fixing together. And you
And you gotta
can't
take
do that.
into consideration ISCOM.
Yeah,
It's such a normal thing these days.
yeah, we had to get in a fucking 400 kVA generator to run H2O.
400 kV.
Yeah.
My man, I was gonna get
Yeah.
a 12 kV. That thing was 40 grand, bro.
No.
Now 400.
Yeah. For H2O and Spring Fiesta the weekend after, yeah.
Dude, actually, now like that's one question. Spring Fiesta, bro, never gone. But that looks more wild than H2O.
It's not actually, bro.
doesn't.
It's like
For me, I've like
it's wild. It's wild in its own sphere,
Seen. Okay,
bro. They fucking party, man.
dude.
Like the guys that go to Spring Fiesta, they fucking party, but it's a completely different party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, like H2O is high energy, like fucking jaw as hard as you can, whereas Spring Fiesta is like dance as hard as you can. You know what I mean? Like there's a completely different vibe.
yeah.
Super cool, super.
Where's that music coming from?
What is going on?
Is that
Oh, it's a
outside?
car, bro.
Yeah, these two.
Alright, fuck it. We'll have the background music.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anybody
it is what
listening
it
to the
is, what it
podcast,
is,
we got a bit of
yeah.
background music. It's cool.
It is.
It is what it
JBM.
is.
Bro, and being in the space, bro, you must have seen some funny
Yeah,
shit.
bro. What is the wildest shit you've seen?
You must have seen
and you
some
can't
funny
lie
shit,
and say
bro.
nothing because, like,
Yeah.
Sex, drug, and rock and roll, bro. Sex, drug, and rock and roll. I don't think I've gone like 1 or 2 months without like something absolutely shocking go down. The wildest thing, I
Well, give us
definitely
something
can't.
wild.
because you're probably thinking, what won't get you cancelled?
Bro, I've toured a DJ for a weekend where I thought the first night he did so much cocaine that I thought he was going to die. And I actually phoned my partners and I said to him, I'm like, guys, I don't think we're going to have a show tomorrow.
This oak's gonna fucking pig.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So you've got
Yeah,
this,
bro.
and he's just going line
So did you
after
cancel
line
it, eh?
after-
Did you
Hey?
not? Did you not go to?
No, he did it, bro, but he didn't sleep for 4 days. He landed.
So he could have been the one running the world record attempt, bro.
He landed straight into, like he landed the Thursday morning.
Yeah.
No, the Thursday evening. My drivers phoned me. They said to me, Dad, we've got 2 problems. I said, fuck, what now? So this first show was in Cape Town. We've got 2 problems. 1, this guy wants to go jawling. 2, they've lost his luggage. Like, fuck.
This
Like,
was a
okay,
shit
well,
show
there's
from the
like-
start.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, there's not really anywhere for us to go tonight. Like, tell him to come to the hotel. There's a pool up on the top. I've got his hospitality rider. We'll go upstairs and have a couple of drinks and fill the way out. We'll fill the night out.
No,
So
but
he
he
got
said
there.
joining you.
He got there. Manager came up to me. First thing he said is like, "Can we organize cocaine?" Okay, my name's Danny. Nice to meet you. I mean, I'll make a couple of phone calls. So my partner,
Wait,
my
How did
partner.
you feel, bro? Having to be like funny. So, guys, where can I get some coke?
No, I left it up to my partner, bro. I don't go. That's not my department of expertise. My partner.
You just delegated it.
So I phoned him. I said to him, I'm like, bro, he wants cocaine. You need to sort it out. I'm not getting involved in this. Sort it out. A couple hours later, the dealer arrived. Said to the manager, you go and sort it out with him. Manager went and sorted it out. Went to the artists. And it was like maybe like 2-3 hours of, what do you call it? Like a meerkat. Like going down, coming up. Coming down, coming up. Until
a meerkat,
eventually.
I don't know where he was going with the meerkat thing, bro. I've got a meerkat thing.
Going down,
Even when
going
he did
up.
the first
going up.
okay. Now I get you now.
Yes.
Yeah, until eventually it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I said to the manager, I'm like, bro, I need to go to bed. Like, we've got a show to produce tomorrow. Like, are you guys going to be okay? It's like, yeah, don't worry.
What was the oak doing though? I mean, like this entire time, like, was he just
All he was doing was cocaine, bro.
Not
That's all he was
talking, no
doing.
was he what? Was he just sitting there with
Just
lines in front of
sitting
him?
with lines of cocaine in front of
Fuck
me,
me
or in
sideways.
front of him. Not me. If anybody listens to it, it wasn't me. And that's all he did, bro. Me and the manager sat on the other side of the sort of pool area. We chatted. This guy and
He
his
was just
girlfriend.
babysitting, eh?
This guy and his girlfriend were just going at it for the whole night. Eventually, I said to the manager, I'm like, bro, I've got a show to produce tomorrow. I got to go to bed. Cool. Went to bed. About 6:30 in the morning, the artist came like kicking the door. My hotel down, basically, bro. Like walked into my hotel room, beer in his hand, sunglasses on, no shirt on. And he's like, come, we're going to party now. I'm like, bro, you're mad. There's no chance. I'm going right now to go and set up the show for you to play later on. And he's like,
It's like a hangover
they're cool.
movie.
I'm coming with you to the show prep. I'm like, cool, come with us, bro. So there was me busy
I was about to say,
sorting
that's
out.
not something you want, bro.
No, me
Wild
sorting out the
motherfucker,
show
man.
while he was actually on stage, busy sound testing, whatever, shirt off still, sunglasses on, beer in his hand,
He was sending it, eh?
sending it, bro.
4-day
sending it.
bender.
Eventually, it's like, I don't know, like 2 o'clock. And he was supposed to be performing at about like 9-10 o'clock that night. Now that's like fucked, bro. Like, fucked. Phone my partner. I'm like, guys, this oak's not making it tonight. Never mind tomorrow. They're like, well, let's see what happens. Let's push through. Cool.
Yeah.
Did the show. That he performed that night, surprisingly, and he fucking ripped it. Cool. I'm not going to obviously tell you who it was, but he like really,
Yeah, of
really cool.
course.
Yeah.
Next morning, flew up to Joburg because we were doing the main show up in Joburg. Hadn't slept the whole night. Landed in Joburg. First thing he said, want cocaine again? Jesus, bro.
No.
First of all, not my department. Speak to my partner. Second of all, you're going to kill yourself. He's not going to perform. He's not going to perform unless he gets his cocaine.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
cool, bro. Fuck, no problem.
So he's not just a cokehead, he's a diva as well, eh?
Yeah.
Straight up.
So I went to go and set up again the second show, go and sort out everything there. Drivers again phoned me from the hotel. He's like, this guy's gone wild, man. I'm like, whatever you do, just get him in the car, bring him to the
venue.
We'll sort him out when he gets to the venue. Got to the venue, we sobered him up a little bit, like try to calm him down a bit.
Give him more coke.
No. Then we were like, no chance, bro. No chance. Not getting it. We've got a show to produce, and you need to be alive. You can't fucking die on me, man. Like,
Imagine the oak pegs there at the fucking
yeah,
festival,
bro. And like the way these guys carry on, like
You wouldn't be surprised, bro.
that's why like some of the big guys they get so lost into it that they do because
Yeah.
it's and I actually asked him. I said to him, I'm like, eventually the Sunday when we were doing the final show, like we had formed like quite a cool bond. Like we had become like mates as such. So much so that he actually invited me to his wedding a couple of months later.
Shit.
It's a wild wedding. bro.
was
I
about to
didn't.
say
Yeah, I
that.
didn't go.
Yeah.
I didn't go.
He's in that cake, boy. The icing.
But I said, but I said to him, I'm like, bro, like, you can't do this much coke. It's not good for you. Like,
Yeah.
I understand recreation or whatever, but you can't do this. He's like, Dan, I do it because I need to mask certain things around people, right? So because he went from 0 to hero in the matter of like a couple of months, all of a sudden everybody's on him for his
something.
fame.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know how to distinguish between a friendship and a leech, which I now start understanding. I'm like, okay, well, the cocaine is there as a sort of a comfort that opens yourself up a little bit so you can be around all of these people. But I'm like, bro, like that doesn't last long. Like
That's
you're gonna
not healthy,
eventually,
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
kill yourself, or you're gonna kill your career, or you're gonna do something stupid, and then it's over. And it's actually sad to see because he kind of did do a little bit of a nosedive afterwards. But yeah, super cool guy, fucking wild guy.
His name's not.
I ain't saying nothing, and it ain't. It's not. But I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, bro. But that must be actually quite a hard thing, especially in the party industry, bro.
Yeah.
People get so big so quickly, and yo, that must be a lot to fucking take
My
in.
question is, do you think that's just everybody who blows up, or is that depending on the person's character?
Oh, bro, I think any sort of drug-related illness, put it in like inverted commas, is down to the person, right? Because you can blow up, like Martin Garrix, for example.
And he was
Martin
still a
Garrix,
kid when he blew up, dude.
he's blowing up, and he still is
Yeah,
blowing up.
yeah. Isn't he
younger
But
than
he's
us,
still, yeah,
Yes.
He's young, he's like 20.
Dude, didn't he perform at H2O when he was like 17?
yeah. I think he was 21, if I'm not mistaken, or 20, around there.
So he
Okay.
must be a bit close to our age, bro.
But he's like, he's still super grounded, and he'll like travel with his family. And what happens with a lot of these guys,
It's a support
That's cool.
system, bro.
yeah, a lot of these
Support
guys
system.
have a full entourage: a dietitian, a gym instructor, a counselor,
Yeah.
best mate, photographer, videographer, all of that sort of shit. You know what I mean? So it's an actual business.
To live a life like that,
You have to, bro.
have a team,
You have
bro.
to.
You can't be doing
Because
that
the problem is in this industry, and the same as like any promoter, right? You get so sucked into that bullshit that eventually you become the addict, or you become the, you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
like for me, like I'm very hard against drugs, especially at shows, like dealers being at shows. But I get fucking phone calls from dealers, whatever. Please, can we supply this? Please, can we do this? Please, can no chance. Like there's no chance because I don't want that reputation.
And
And
imagine that goes to like the news or whatever.
yeah, bro,
Not
there's
just
no
that, bro.
chance,
Imagine,
man.
imagine because let's be honest, bro. Underage
Yeah,
drilling is a
Yeah,
thing,
bro.
bro. As much as you can be as tight and security, underage drilling is. a
Listen,
thing.
if you're gonna
we
want
did
to,
it. I'm not gonna lie, we did. I did it. I was
if you want
underage
to
going
do,
shit.
if you want to do your MDMA, your coke, your ecstasy, whatever it is, you're gonna do it, right?
Mm.
But as long as hey disco,
Hey, Eskom.
as long as it's not coming from me, my venue, my events, my party, my thing, go do your thing. You know what I mean? As long as it's responsible, you don't fucking overdose. Go do your thing. That's why, like, we're pretty hectic with our security. We're pretty hectic with our medics. Always, like, especially big festivals like that, we've always got like 2-3 ambulances on site because we know oaks or guys, girls take it overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
drugs
drawing in the
seem huge
sun.
This side, eh?
Hey?
If you must be seeing all of the drug-related stories and situations that go on at clubs.
Yeah, yes and no.
Is it big as we think it is, or is it a
Did you
bit
hear that?
smaller?
Did you hear that? Yes and no.
Shut up.
Fuck you, bro. Fuck you.
It's I wouldn't say it's as big as everybody thinks it is. I think it's special sort of occasions, the ultras, the H2Os, the Coronas, that sort of thing. I think people use it recreationally. I don't think it's a nationwide fucking epidemic.
Yeah.
Where you got to get counselors and all of that sort of shit involved, because I mean, I think like majority of the people that are doing their drugs at whatever festival are kind of whacking it and then waking up with sort of that drug remorse on the Monday, and then
Fair
trying to
enough.
recover for like 3-4 days, and then they don't want
Yeah.
to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, bro. Only time I ever did MDMA.
Yeah.
And then a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Yeah.
job. A couple
How
of
do you
days
feel?
later, hit
Yeah.
me on it, and I
Yeah.
thought to myself, this is
Yeah.
why people
That's
get
exactly
hooked
it,
on
bro.
fucking drugs, bro.
That's exactly it. So I think, like, I think I mean, again, it comes down to your question. You know, is it the person specific? Is it character? What is it?
Yeah.
Comes down to sort of the person, and I think a large problem with drugs is people don't really understand that drug addiction is an illness.
Yeah.
Um,
is.
You know what I mean? Like I've had many of friends go down sort of the cocaine route where they've lost millions, lost families, all of that sort of shit, and you can never understand it because you can never understand like
How the fuck
how
could
your
you do
life
that, bro?
Yeah.
What was
depends
going through their
on
minds.
that line of
Substance,
cocaine.
Yeah.
Like you will lose everything over that line of cocaine. Like it doesn't make sense to me as a person.
To
But
that
when you're
person,
doing
but
it,
to that
that's
person,
their reality.
100%.
It's
Yeah.
worth it, bro. It's
So you can never really judge somebody that's gone down that
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
Like I understand it. I don't condone it. I understand it because I've seen a lot of it. But again, like I said, but it comes down to your question where it's like person dependent and like I said, we don't condone it at all. Because the problem is once you start allowing that sort of shit, your parties
Reputation
become
goes
down as
you
well,
get
yeah.
that
They take the
reputation.
arm, bro.
Your
Yeah,
festival
bro.
lasts a year or two and then it's down the drain.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
that's without even thinking about jail time, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
But then this was a fucking fantastic conversation.
That was
bro.
dope, man.
I want to ask one more question before
for
we
it.
wrap it up. What is your, how do I say, what's your end goal, bro? What do you where do you see yourself in?
My end goal is definitely to take sort of Africa, my playground program overseas. So the same as like Tomorrowland, Ultra, those sort of festivals have got their
Imagine, like,
things.
around the world.
Yeah.
I want to do like an Africa My Playground in Ibiza, showcase African artists,
Sick.
do fucking
Sick,
cool, like,
yeah.
you know, like tribal shits, like really put a lot
That's
of attention
dope.
into that.
Yeah.
Like travel, that's like a big passion project of mine is traveling Africa My Playground and hopefully do like the US, Europe, like Asia, something like that.
On the Great Wall of China, just absolutely.
Hey, can you imagine, dude? That would
Yeah.
be sick.
Yeah. And then just carry on doing cool shit, bro. Like I don't have an end goal. I don't have like I want to do
just
this festival by this day or whatever. I just
just
want to
living in
keep
the
on
moment.
doing cool shit
Yeah.
with cool
Enjoying
people.
the journey.
Yeah.
Lekker.
That's it, bro.
I think that's the way. life
That's
should
so
be.
sick,
exactly
yeah.
it, bro.
That
Like
is-
just completely enjoy the journey. Like really like put a lot of passion in the shit that I'm doing now. Because I'm doing a fucking lot of cool shit. You know what I mean? And with like cool people. I really
Love
am,
that.
bro.
Love that.
So yeah, other than that, that's it, bro.
Enjoy life.
Yeah, bro.
Enjoy life, not a bad
Keep on
end goal.
keeping on, eh?
Yeah,
Keep on
yeah,
keeping
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Modern Man podcast
Such a cool guest.
with a very cool guest.
Very cool guest.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and catch us in the next one.
Thanks, Dave.
Cool.